Right, let's start with the headlines. I swear now. Started swearing in my stand-up comedy. 10 years in the game, I've been a pretty clean comedian. I don't F and Jeff that much. And as a result, I've attracted a demographic who, to be frank, I hate. It's a bunch of old people and Christians every goddamn show. I'm fucking sick of it. I've got to ditch these crizzos ASAP. Seriously, man, after every single gig, some fucking mum comes up to me. Oh, me and my daughter love that. Well, I may as well quit now, then. If you and your daughter are enjoying it on the same level, the fuck am I doing? I hate old people so goddamn much. They're the stupidest people in the world, and they tell comedians how to do comedy every night of the week. So, oh, it's so refreshing to see a young comedian who doesn't have to resort to swearing. Comedians should never have to swear in order to be funny, you know. Back in my day, comedians didn't need to swear. No, they were all massive bigots, and you love that shit. Don't tell me what isn't offensive, you old fucks. I know some of you are sitting there all smug. Oh, I'm okay. I'm not an old person or a crizzo. I'm in the clear. Yeah, perhaps, but you do know who your Patronus is. You're a fucking dork. So dorky old crizzos, night after night. Most of my audience are white, the worst of all the races. Plus, middle class as hell, watching me and laughing while spilling your slur all over the shop. It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassing career. And chill out, like, just because I swear now and I'm cool, that doesn't mean that you've accidentally bought tickets to see an edgy comedian. And I understand your concern. Most edgy comics look like me, race and gender-wise. That was even-handed. I'm a good person. I treat everyone the same. It's been a long old tour, all over the British Isles. And let me tell you, I hate Britain. Absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate. I don't want to no, I phrased that wrong. I hate British people. Oh, lovely to see all of Britain, don't get me wrong, but full of absolute scabs. Hated Britain for a while now. The last British thing that pushed me over the edge happened last year, actually. September. I'll give you a bit of context before I tell you this story. Start of this story, I haven't slept in 36 hours and I got the worst jet lag of my life. That's very important details so you understand my behaviour throughout the story, right? So I haven't slept in 36 hours and I got the worst jet lag of my life. Now, I don't know about you lot, but if I haven't slept in 36 hours and I'm currently experiencing the worst jet lag of my life, the last thing I want to do on a list of things that I want to do is the Great British Bake Off. That's just me. I'd rather not. It's a bit full on, actually. Now, I've given you context there, haven't I? And I gave that context multiple times on camera. So many times in that tent, I kept saying it. I haven't slept in 36 hours. This is the worst jet lag I've ever had in my life. And they cut all that out the edit and made me look like a freewheeling madman fucking up for no reason. Zero baking experience. The amount of times I had to ask Ryland for help was frankly undignified. And then I got to make flapjacks, which, spoiler alert, I made porridge, by the way. It's a disgusting porridge. The only consolation was that I knew contractually Paul Hollywood had to eat it. And technical was even harder than the signature. Main reason I said yes to it in the first place, because all my comedy friends who'd done it in the past told me the technical was really easy. They were like, oh, honestly, James, the whole point of that technical is I want to encourage people at home who haven't baked before to bake and raise money for Stand Up to Cancer. So I'll show them how easy it is to bake from scratch. So it's a really detailed recipe, people on standby to help you out if needs be, and stuff like fairy cakes or gingerbread biscuits. Easy stuff, nothing complicated like, I don't know, off the top of my head, 6 identical cream horns. They won't make you do that. That'd be beyond unreasonable if they made you make 6 identical things you've never seen with your eyes before. You have no concept of. Just imagine a thing out of nowhere, then conjure it into existence with skills you do not possess. Then replicate that 5 more times to competition standard, please. Yes, we're filming it. Why wouldn't we be filming it? Audiences are the worst part of this job, I swear to high Christ. I swear to high Christ. Absolutely awful. Especially these days. Especially when you're tweeting at us. And all that. Well, it's bad enough back in the day before the internet when we had to be in a room with you for the whole show and put up with that shit. And the whole time. You have any idea how demeaning this job is? Night after night, I'm the one out of everyone in the room who knows the most about comedy, and I've got to win your approval. That is fucking demeaning. Makes no sense. All of you sitting there. I saw an episode of McIntyre's Roadshow once. I think that makes me quite the connoisseur. I've heard of Brass Eye. Impress me. Bad enough that I've got to do that every night. Worse now, because after I walk off, I'm not free of you. I'm not escaped. You're sitting there like, this is far from over, James. Oh, I'm going to find him online. I'm going to do some banter with him. All my mates think I'm funny. I'm going to do some banter with him online. Little heads up, this isn't your fault. You're not a professional comic. You haven't, learnt your trade and your craft over the years. But your banter is rude. It's just saying rude things to a person you've never met before because you're not subtle enough or tactful enough to make a joke work. Every single night after every single gig. All right, James, kind of funny tonight, I suppose, for a little boy from Kettering. My girlfriend thinks you look tired. Get some sleep, you ugly bastard. Also, Rob Beckett, way better than you last month. Just saying, don't get annoyed about it. Rob Beckett's way funnier than you, mate. And then Beckett likes it like a worm. 1999, easily best year of my life for loads of reasons. Went on the best family holiday I've ever been on, for one. I was 14, so I wasn't old enough to decide if I went on the family holiday or not at 14. I think when I was 16, I got given the choice for the first time. My parents were like, it's up to you this year, James. Do you want to come on the family holiday, yes or no? First chance I got, I threw it right back in their faces. I was like, no, bad luck, Mum and Dad. I'm not coming on a family holiday ever again. Have a fun fortnight with my brother and sister, you absolute losers. And they left. 10 minutes after they left, I'm walking around the house, whole place to myself, just like, ha 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 ha! I tell you two things that I love, holidays and my family. But an hour later, I was sick, because, full disclosure, I drank too much hot chocolate. As soon as they left, I was off the leash, full-on Kevin McAllister, just sculling hot chocolates one after the other. The only time I wasn't drinking a hot chocolate was that 2-second window where I yelled freedom at the top of my voice. And then I'm in the fetal position on my parents' bed, because it's the only place that I feel safe anymore. It's like, actually, now my mum and dad are gone, I appreciate it's pretty wise of them to stagger the hot chocolates the way that they used to. Why did I have so many in succession? And I put 10 heaped teaspoons in them. Oh, it said to put in 4 heaped teaspoons, but I put in 10 heaped teaspoons. And I really heaped them as well. Oh, they were so heaped. They were heaped as hell. You gotta heap. You gotta heap. You gotta heap those teaspoons, baby.